I'm Gina, the owner and creator of SewModStitches over on Etsy and SewModStitches.com. I kind of wanted to jump on the FlossTube bandwagon this year. I know it's extremely popular within kind of like the cross stitch embroidery quilting world, and it looks like such a fun community. So I thought it would be fun to kind of jump in and start creating my own works in progress and completions and other things that might be going on in my little stitchy world. So for starters, I figured I would show you the items that I've completed either recently or not so recently, and then I'll show you my current works in progress as well as some other stuff that we've got going on over here. So to begin, this is one that I just finished very recently. It's a new pattern that's also available in the shop. I call it Rain Clears Your Path. It's really simple. I think I have it in an 8-inch hoop that I got on Amazon for super cheap, but it says, "Not all storms come to disrupt your life, some come to clear your path." And you can see it's just a really simple tri-toned cloud that I've outlined. I've backstitched in the lighter and the darker color, sorry. And then I've got multicolor rainbow French knots for the raindrops. And of course there's a pattern for this in my Etsy shop. I didn't necessarily follow the pattern for the raindrops. I kind of just put them where I thought they made the most sense and looked the best to me. So, I mean, anyone who does this can feel free to change up the colors that are in it or where the raindrops are placed, or if you use French knots or stitch like normal cross stitches or something else, doesn't really matter. But I think this is really sweet, and I think the quote is perfect for going into 2021 given how awful 2020 was. I don't know about you, our 2021's not off to the greatest start yet, but hopefully it'll get better, and I'm hoping that this quote gives me something to look at and remember that bad things happen, but not all of them are here to disrupt the things that are going on in your life, and some of them are actually here to help you. So if you think it's cute, if you like it, I think it's $5 for a digital download in the shop, and I'll post the link for that below. This one is not on the shop. This is just me playing around. My husband graciously got me a Cricut Explorer Air 2 for Christmas. I'm extremely new to Cricut. I know nothing about vinyl or designing on them or anything, but I thought it would be really fun to use for not only stuff around our house with decorating like the boys' rooms and, you know, putting cute labels on stuff and everything like that, but also with designing cross stitch patterns and eventually embroidery designs I would like to get into, you know, to use like the dissolvable fabric markers to actually use the Cricut to create patterns on fabric, to sell in kits, whatnot. Spoiler alert, I'm really hoping to launch kits this year, but fingers crossed that happens. So anyway, this is my first attempt at playing around with the Cricut. It is finished, I just haven't framed it yet, but it's really simple. It's a weird flex, but okay. I think, I can't tell if it's backwards or not in the picture, in the image. I'm really hoping it's not. But you can see I just got really simple embroidered flowers on the bottom with some French knots, and the leaves with the yellow border. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think I'm pretty proud of myself with how smooth the satin stitches came out for the lettering, considering I'm pretty dang new at embroidery. This was really my first, I think this is the first thing I've ever embroidered by hand, not using a machine. So I'm pretty impressed with how it came out. And the story behind the phrase is I'm currently addicted to this podcast called That's Spooky, and it's like true crime mixed with hauntings, mixed with like weird creepy history, and it's hilarious, and I'm obsessed with it. And one of the quotes, or one of the things that the two hosts say a lot is a weird flex, but okay. Like, I mean, that's a weird thing to be into or a weird thing to flaunt, but okay, whatever, like you do you. And I just thought it was like the funniest phrase and immediately wanted to put it on fabric. They actually say a ton of things that I would like to stitch, but I feel like I don't know how much they would appreciate if I just kind of used like everything they said on their show and turned it into a cross stitch picture. So we're gonna not do that, but that's this. I'd love to know what you think. If any pro embroiderers see this, tell me how bad it is, or if you like it, and I don't know, maybe I'll consider getting it added to the shop as a download or a kit of some sort. So I don't know, it was just something I was playing around with, but I'm pretty happy with the way it turns out, and I plan on continuing to play around with embroidery and work on my skills and get better and better at it. But I was pretty happy with the way this turned out. So there's that one. I also ventured into the world of punch needle. I just think it's really cool. I had never really heard of it before, to be honest. I've always kind of just been immersed in the world of cross stitch. So when I saw it, I thought it was super cool and started going down this rabbit hole of Instagram accounts that did punch needle, and then watched YouTube videos and all kinds of stuff, and figured I would give it a try. So I got myself one of the Oxford punch needles, which are amazing, and I highly recommend it to anybody who likes punch needle or wants to give it a try. And I started out actually by doing one of these little kits you can get at like a craft store. It had a cute cat on it. I got it done pretty quickly, but I went through the thread before I finished it, so I had to go get some more thread so I could finish it. But I was really happy with the way that turned out. So I figured, how hard could it be to draw out your own design and use that for punch needle? So this is my first attempt at that. I couldn't even tell you when I finished it. It was sometime last year. But this is my first freehand attempt at punch needle. It's definitely not perfect, but it was a really good way to practice using the punch needle tool. You can see most of it is smooth, so this would be considered the back of the piece, just because that's kind of the look I wanted to go for. And then the centers of the flowers are actually puffy and stick out, so you can see the actual loops of the punch needle stitch. And then I did the same with these up here, but I actually went ahead and cut the loops and kind of turned them into little kind of puff balls, just for like a different texture and feel to it, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. I don't love the way that turned out, but I mean, for a first attempt, I don't think it's that bad. So this is my first ever punch needle. I really do love it. This is something else I want to explore more this year, and hopefully eventually offer in the shop as well, once I feel like I'm good at it enough to you know, give it to others. So yeah, this is my first attempt, or my second attempt at punch needle, so I was pretty happy with that. I really need to frame this. And then this was the second one that I designed. It's not done yet. It was actually supposed to be my mom's Mother's Day present last year, but I ran out of ecru, and thanks to COVID, I was having a really hard time finding any online, and we were pretty secluded at that point, so I didn't really want to go out into stores and get any. So unfortunately it's not done yet, but I do have ecru now, so I should probably just sit down and knock this out and give it to her. But this was the second design that I created, and I just freehanded it. I actually really love it. It's, as you can see, the flowers, I can't even remember the type of flowers these are supposed to be. I think it starts with an A, but my mom loves them, and so I figured I would make a picture of the flowers she likes. So, and then you can see I've got the different shades of green leaves in here, and like the twigs with the pretty orange little details that stick out. And these are like white. These are white. and with the brown stems. And I have this little blue edge right here just to give it kind of like a modern, fun feel. But this part is the loop part, so that part sticks out, and then the flowers stick out, but the leaves are smooth, and this background is smooth. The stems are smooth, of course, and then these are, you can see these kind of stick out, as well as these little puffs, which I guess you could say they're cotton. They look like cotton to me. Like I said, I made it up, so I just kind of winged it, but I need to finish filling in the rest of this space right here. Hi. But I did show it to her and she loved it, so I really need to finish it so I can give it to her maybe for Mother's Day this year. But I was pretty proud of this one, and I need to remember to finish it, so I'm kind of glad I pulled it out and showed it to you so I can put it in my to-do pile. So that's that. And then I have another one that's from a pattern that I made that I've been working on. Well, I started it probably beginning of last year and then found something else that looks shiny, so I put this down and started working on that, but I really need to pick this back up. This, it doesn't really look like much, but this is from my Stay Out of the Forest pattern, which was inspired by My Favorite Murder. So it's got like the Stay Out of the Forest phrase up here above it, and then it's got like 6 different trees that are all finished in a different way. So as you can see, this light green is just half stitches, and the dark green right here are just full normal stitches with a kind of, I don't know what that is, satiny stitched trunk. I think I was just kind of playing around with different textures and feels for that. And then this tree right here is pure French knot, pure French knot. Which you can see is where I stopped working on it, probably because I got tired of doing French knots, even though I really do love them. But this is something that I'll hopefully pick up this year and finish as well, because I'd really like to see the finished piece with all the different texture elements. I'll post a link to the pattern in the description, so if you want to take a look at what the finished one is supposed to look like, you can see it. But that's that one. I think I probably haven't worked on this one in about 10 months or so, so it's been a hot minute. But there's that one. And then this is the one I'm currently working on. This is a new design. It is an exclusive for Stitch Life magazine. I think it'll probably be available in the May issue. So I've got some time to wait, but it's good because it gives me time to continue the test stitch of the pattern, or complete this test stitch of the pattern, work out any details that I want to fix in the actual pattern itself, and make sure everything's exactly how I want it before it launches. But this is this one so far. So as you can see, it's a wreath or a circle of flowers of different pink hues and yellows with light and dark leaves, and then it'll continue up around on this side, and then you can read it. Right now it just says shitty day, but it will say what a lovely shitty day is going to be the phrase that's in the middle of it. And to be totally honest, my 5-year-old was my muse for this, because I don't know about anybody else who has little kids out there, but my 5-year-old has a bit of a potty mouth, unfortunately, and likes to repeat everything he hears. So one day he just kept saying, what a lovely shitty day. And it's really hard not to laugh when something's funny, even though you shouldn't, because they shouldn't be saying it. But anyway, that really stuck with me, and I thought it would be really funny to put on a cross stitch picture. So he is my inspiration for this one, and I'm really excited to finish it. I think it's going to be super cute and probably one of the favorite patterns I've made up to this point. So yeah, look forward to that one. Like I said, it's not available yet. It won't be available until May, but I'll definitely let everyone know when it is available and where to go get it, because it will be an exclusive, so it won't be available through my shop. but it's totally worth finding and making because it's so funny and just kind of like the right amount of shocking and snarky and sarcastic. So I kind of love it. Those are all the things that I've finished or been working on the past, let's say, year. There's more. I also have a Witcher pattern that I'm working on that I'd actually made pretty good progress on, and I can't seem to find it. I don't know if one of my kids hid it from me or if it's somewhere else in the house, but once I hunt that down, I'll show it to you hopefully in the next video. We'll see. I also wanted to share the NeedleMinders that I've been making. This is the Slothy Minder. As you can see, they come in 3 different colors. They come in this really pretty navy, which is my personal favorite, this pink, and this really cute orange. I do still have stock available in these, so these are available to purchase through this site, but they're so fun and they're pretty oversized. I think they're about 1.5 inches tall by like 1.2 inches wide. So they're a really good size for a needle without taking too much space up on a project. This is a 6-inch hoop too, if that kind of helps gives you an idea. I think it's a 6-inch, maybe it's a 4-inch. I don't know, guys. So yeah, this is the new minder that I have available. I'll also be getting more of the Harry Potter minders in stock soon, as well as another new design that I have not released any information on yet, so I'm excited to share that with y'all. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I hope I didn't bore y'all to tears too much. I know my background is very exciting. I'm in a corner of our spare bedroom where like all my stuff is kind of just shoved into the corner, and I'm really hoping to make this more of an organized, cute, useful space in the next few months. So I'll share the progress of that with y'all as well as, you know, I start kind of getting my life organized in here. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to share with y'all. Comment and give me any tips, tricks, ideas. Please be nice. Like I said, it's my first time doing FlossTube, so you know, you gotta start somewhere. So anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Please look below to find any of the links to the available patterns. I'll also post my Instagram and Facebook. We do have a Facebook group called Modern Stitchers and Crafters that is open for anyone to join. You just, I think there's like a couple questions you might have to answer, maybe not, but you do have to request to join, and then I'll approve you and you could be in our fun little group. It's still really small. It's under 100 people. But we're growing, and I want to keep getting it to grow and try to get people more involved this year. So that's something else that I hope to get more involvement from this year. And so please feel free to join that group. Follow me on Instagram. I'll put my email down below if you want to email me about anything. But yeah, I'm here. I'm going to talk to y'all. I really love being a part of this community and really hope to meet more of you this year as, you know, we all kind of flourish and try to grow and create and bring some positivity out of, you know, the less than ideal times that we've had recently. So with that, I'll let you go, but I really look forward to meeting and getting to know more of you, and I will see you on the next FlossTube. Bye.